Okay, so the first thing you need to do is you need to start out with 14 of your 2-hole bricks. Check your holes to make sure everything is clear. And 14 2-hole bricks separated by an 11-no. So if you started with a brick, you should end with an 11-no. Okay, so get all of that on your string, and then I'm going to tie a knot. Now, a lot of times with other pendants that I've made, I've been careful not to tie knots, or I tie them loosely. Well, not loose, but like just snug enough. With this one, it doesn't matter. Just go ahead and tie a knot. Don't worry if it's too tight. Okay, it's not going to affect your project. You're not going to have any trouble adding beads and, you know, progressing in your project, because our little cabochon is actually going to sit on top of them. Okay, so that's fine like this. And I went ahead and I tied it like 3 times. Now, once you do that, go ahead and sew around 2 more times, because we need this, because this is where it's going to sit, and we're going to sew off of here, so we need it to be nice and sturdy. So I'm going to do that off camera because it's kind of tedious. So, and I need to bring it close to my face. So around 2 more times. Okay, I will meet you back. Okay, so I went around 2 more times and I did trim my thread. So now what we're going to do, come out of one of your bricks, and then come out of one of your bricks. I'm coming out here, and I'm going to hop on to the outer hole right here. Now we're going to add our QuadraLentils, and what you're going to do, you're going to add a QuadraLentil, go into your next brick. Now on your next one, every other one, you're going to do a 15-0 QuadraLentil 15-0, and then go into your next one. And then after you do one with 15-0s, you do one without. So just a QuadraLentil, whoops, by itself into your next one. Now I just did one without the 15-0s, so now you're going to do one with 15-0s. So you're going to add your QuadraLentils all the way around, and you're going to do one with 15-0s, one without, one without, one with 15-0s, one without, one with 15-0s, one without, and so forth until you go all the way around. So I have one without, one with, one without. Now I need to do one with 15-0s. One with, and that goes into my next brick. And then my next one, since this one had 15-0s, the next one will not. Okay, so continue in this pattern all the way around your piece. All right, and then I will meet you back. Okay, so once again, this is what I have. I already went around my piece, adding my QuadraLentils. Now I'm coming out of my last QuadraLentil, well, the first one that I added, and you need to come out of that. I'll show you right now. This hole here. So, in other words, if you push your tiles in like that, it will be the innermost hole. So let me turn this around. See how it has 3? The outer, the middle, and the inner. We're going to be using the inner. So for this next step, oh, I need my crystals. We're going to add our little crystals, our little 2mm rounds. And I put too many on my table, but that's okay. Pick up 15-0, crystal 15-0, go into your next quadratile, the innermost hole. And if you're not sure, if you get kind of confused, just pick up your piece and check. You should have 2 more holes here unoccupied, the middle and the outer, okay? So anytime you get like confused, just check. And just do this all the way around. Okay, so I finished this round adding all of my 15-0s, 2mm crystals, and 15-0s, 15-0, 2mm, 15-0, all the way around in between my quadratiles. Now what you got to do is come out of one of your crystals. Now from each crystal, we're going to go from crystal to crystal, adding 3 15-0s. So pick up 3 15-0s and go into your next crystal. See, this pendant has a few steps, but they're all so easy. They're all very easy, and this one's kind of funky. They're all easy steps, so there's nothing complicated at all. You're not going to have to, you know, play with a little cabochon to make it fit right. It's just going to fit in there really nicely. And I think it's just easier when you bezel a cabochon, because especially one like this, because just the texture of it, like the beads aren't sliding around everywhere and everything. So, well, for me that's easier. I know sometimes I have a hard time bezeling crystals sometimes. So, for me sometimes, because I want to get the crystal in there just right, in the center, with the beads around it, to where the that faceted part on top is like centered right. So a lot of times it drives me crazy if it's if it's not centered exactly right. So, but I still don't get me wrong, I still love to bezel crystals. I love crystals. I have ordered so many, and I have a lot of them. But I think it's easier to bezel something like this. It's just round like that. Okay, so I am almost done. Well, not really, I'm like halfway. And I'm just going to finish the rest off camera, because there's 14 groupings, so it's a little bit time consuming. So again, from crystal to crystal, adding 3 15-0s in between each one. I will meet you back after I am done. Okay, now this isn't ready to put, I was just putting it in there because I wanted to see how it would look, but I've already added all of my 15-0s in between my crystals. Now once you do that, come out of the middle 15-0 of one of your groupings, okay? So out of the middle 15-0 from one of your groupings, and this time we're going to go from middle 15-0 on each of these groupings to middle 15-0, and in between we're going to add 4 more. All right. Now on one, I did 3. I did 3 15-0s, and there was a teeny weeny bit of thread showing, but I did like it because it gave it kind of like that petal look. Okay, so I need to bring this closer to me. So, okay, so in through the middle hole of my next one, 4 15-0s. Okay, and just kind of push those on top of your crystal. If they want to like go to the side, just push them to where they're on top of your crystal. oh, like I said, on one of them I did 3 and it was really pretty, but there was a little bit of thread showing. It didn't bother me, but I just thought I'd do one like this one that I had already done, and I did add 4, so I'm just gonna do that on this one too. So now on this step, when you've gone about halfway, maybe a little bit less than halfway, add your cabochon and then finish adding your 15-0s, okay? And again, if it looked a little bit blurry right there, just know I'm going from middle 15-0 to middle 15-0 out of each of these 3 groupings, adding 4 15-0s in each one. And then actually, yeah, when you've gone about halfway, add your cabochon, okay? And then I'm going to finish up mine, and then I will meet you back. Okay, so I finished adding my 15-0s, and now all I'm doing is connecting all of the 15-0s, the groupings of 4 only, that I added on my previous step. And that's all. We're not going through the middle bead like we were in our earlier step, the middle bead of our groupings of 3. We're only going through our groupings of 4 that we just added. And you're gonna see a little bit of thread, but okay, you'll see it if you're looking for it. You won't see it other than that. And then I'm using this beige one, which really blends in here with my bronze beads. So yeah, you're not gonna see it. So here we go, and I'm almost done. Just getting all my groupings. And I'm not sure if I'm done. I can't see. No, I don't think I'm done. I think I need a couple more groupings to go. So again, just going through my groupings of 4. And then once you finish with that, okay, I just need one more after this one. Okay, once I finish with that, we're going to sew down the side, well, going through, okay, now we're going to go ahead and go through that middle 15-0 from the previous step, the middle one here, and then down we're going to follow our thread paths, going through this one, whoops, and then down the one next to it and into the crystal, and then out of your 15-0 and your quadratile. So you should be coming out of that same hole. See, this is what we have so far. Isn't it pretty? So this is what we have, and you should be coming out of your quadratile again, that same inner hole. See, I have, this is the one we've been using. We're going to keep using that hole for this next step, and what we're going to be doing is adding 4 15-0s in between each quadratile. Now that same hole. Now if you have to kind of like go at an angle so that you can get your needle out, that's fine. So I just added 4 of them here. I'm gonna add 4, 4, 4 all the way around, and once again using that same hole from our previous step. Okay, so do that all the way around. Okay, I already finished adding my 4 15-0s in between each of my QuadraTiles. And again, we were using that same hole that we've been using. Now we're going to hop on over to the middle hole of our QuadraTiles. Okay, just getting comfortable on my chair. So we're in that inner hole, right? Hop on to the middle one. Okay, right here. The middle hole. There we go. Now from here, we are going to add, we're going to be working with our fire polish now, some more 15-0s and our 11-0s. From here, pick up a 15-0. Then you see these two middle 15-0s from our previous step, how we added 4, going through number 3 only. I picked up a 15-0, now go into number 3 and pull. Whoops. You should be coming out of that number 3 15-0 from your previous step. Now from here, you're going to add a 15-0, an 11-0, and then let them drop. Skipping your 11-0, go down your fire polish only. And I bet you know what I'm going to do next, right? We're going to go through 15-0 number 2 from our previous grouping. In other words, we're working with those 2 middle 15-0s from our previous step. The 2 middle ones only. Once you're coming out of there, number 2, see that? Pick up a 15-0, go through your QuadraTile, and you're ready to do your next one. So let me show you again, and that will put your fire polish right there. Okay, coming out of the QuadraTile, pick a 15-0 from your previous grouping, pick up seed bead number 3 only, and go through it. Pick up a fire polish and a 15-0. Leave your 15-0, your 11-0. I'm sorry, you had to pick up a fire polish and an 11-0. Ignore your 11-0, let it drop. Go back through the fire polish and hold on to it when you're, when you're pulling your thread. Okay, and then from here, go in through 15-0 from your previous step, which would be 15-0 number 2, that one, that's the second one, right? Go through that one and pull, and then pick up a 15-0 and out through your QuadraTile. So do this all the way around, and then I will meet you back. If you have any problem, just rewind the video. I will meet you back. Okay, all done adding my fire polish beads, and that was probably the most complicated part of this project, just that step. And even then, it wasn't even complicated, right? Okay, so once you're done and you're coming out of your QuadraTile after your last grouping, hop on to the last hole. In other words, that would be the outermost hole. So here where we are. If we flip it to the back, here's where we are. Now from here, we are going to connect by doing 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4. Coming out of my QuadraTile, go in through your 11-0. And when you go in through it, straighten it out, okay? Like that. Pull, and then you're going to pick up 4 more 15-0s and you're going to go in through your next quadra tile. Again, the last hole. So this is for this step. All the way around. Simple, simple, simple. 4 15-ohs. Go in through your 11-oh. Straighten it up. And then you go 4 15-ohs more. Go in through your quadra tile. So this is what you're going to do all the way around. So this is what we're doing. This is our second to our last step. And our last step is just embellishing. It's just adding the crystal. And we're going to do a little ladder stitch bail. So easy peasy. See how I'm just connecting all of this. And the number here is 4 15-ohs once again. In through your quadra tile. All the way around. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and finish that off camera, and then I will meet you back. Okay, so I already added all of my 15-ohs there on the outside. That's how it looks in the front, really nice. So now, once you've added your last grouping and you've gone through the quad lentil, go through the quad lentil and then go up 2 15-ohs. So I'm coming out of 2 15-ohs. Out of the 4, get out of 2. The 2 that are closest to the QuadraLentil. And pick up a crystal. And then go to the other side here and go through the 2 15-ohs here. So here we go. You're coming out on this side through those 2. You added your crystal. Now go through those 2 and then go through your quad. Put this in place. Then go through your quad lentil again. And that will put your little crystal there. And then go ahead and go up all 4 of your 15-ohs. This is real easy, just not so much on camera. Go through all 4. Oop. And you're just going to sew until you are at your next QuadraLentil. So here I am at the 11-oh, and then I'm just going to sew down these and through my QuadraLentil to put me in place to add my next crystal. So I'm coming down, and then I'm going to go through my QuadraLentil. I'm gonna go through 2 15-ohs, the ones that are closest to the QuadraLentil. I'm gonna come out. Oh, I thought I was going through them. I'm going to go through 2. Let's try this again. Through 2, adding my crystal, and then go through the 2 on this side, these bottom 2 here, and then go through your QuadraLentil again to put that little crystal in place. So I'm going to go through it and come out, and then I'm going to sew following my path to get to my next one. So, well, it's hard to see the crystal, but here we go. That's what we got. go ahead and keep adding all the way around. Okay, so I've already added all of my crystals along here on the outside. And let me hold it in my hand so you can see the crystals better. Okay, once I added my last one, I made my way up to this 11-0 right here. And it really doesn't matter what 11-0 you make your way up to. Just make your way to 1. And I have a little bit of thread left, but I'm pretty sure I can do this little bail. So I'm going to pick up 2 11. Now you don't have to do your bail this way. You can do whatever you want here. This is just how I'm going to do it. So I am going to pick up 2 11-0s. Coming out of this 11-0, I'm going to circle back and go through it again. And that will put my 2 little 11-0s on top, and I'm just going to go through them again on top. So they're on top of that one. I'm going to pick up 2 more, and then I'm going to go through them again. And then I'm going to go through these 2 that I just added. And I'm coming out. And I'm going to add 2 more. On the one with the purple, I added, I don't know how many I added, but it was kind of long. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to reinforce these. So to close that gap. And I've already done one on this one. So now this one I think is a little bit too long. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 pairs. I think I'm going to do 7. So I'm just going to do my little ladder stitch, and then I'll be back and show you how to connect it. Okay. So this is what I have. And I'm going to go through this bottom 11-0. And then I'm just going to make my way down here, or possibly even, down here, catch a bridge thread, and then just tie a knot. So go ahead and do that, and then we will admire our work. Okay, so I did 7 pairs. Now I'm just going to, on the same side, go through this first pair, and then go through this side to connect, and then I'll just reinforce that again by going in through it again, and I'm running out of thread, but I think I can do it. And then I'm going to go back through that 11-0 on the bottom here, through here like that. Oops. And my needle has, I think I need some more thread. Let me see if I can just go through this, through the first pair one more time. And I bent my needle. Okay, so this is what I have. And I'm going to go through this bottom 11-0. And then I'm just going to make my way down here, or possibly even, down here, catch a bridge thread, and then just tie a knot. So go ahead and do that, and then we will admire our work. Okay, so this is what I have. I was actually not able to sew that back down, these 3 little 15-0s like I wanted. I just caught these little bridge threads here on the side. So that's what I did. You can probably see my little thread there. I'll just burn it down a little bit more. It'll be fine, besides it's for me. And it still looks really pretty. So this is what we have. Pretty simple pendant, I think. It does have a lot of steps, but they're all pretty simple. I don't think there's anything too complicated, and just a really pretty outcome, I think, in my opinion. This is another one I made with a purple Lunasoft cab, and I don't know which one I like better. I like them both. And I am going to attach this one to leather. But this is how it looks, and I just wanted you to be able to see those crystals better. So this is what you should have, something similar. I hope you enjoy making this, and thank you very much for watching.